I've been working along on my second version of the Nouri sweater, and I thought I would show you what it looks like at this point before I join the shoulders, but after I've got everything kind of put together. I'd started off at the very bottom here with the body just done in the round up to here. I can see here is the lace panel, where it's, as with most lace, it doesn't look like much because it's all kind of squished up, but as it's blocked it will open up a little bit more. And it was done in the round up to the armholes. Then the front got left on a set of needles, and you've got the back where you had stitches cast on for one sleeve and then stitches cast on for the second sleeve. And it's worked up straight for a while, and then up at the top here you've got short rows worked for the top of the sleeve, and then more short rows worked up here for the top of the shoulders. So that's what the back looks like. It came to the front, the sleeves were done in the same way as the back. The only difference being when we reached a certain point here for the neck, it got divided. You put a second ball of yarn over here, you start doing creases here and along here, and all of the rest of it is exactly the same except for the fact that you're going to introduce that it being worked in two sides like this here. Once you've reached the same length as the back, what you're going to do next is you'll join the front and the back using 3 needle bind offs. These stitches along here will join, and these stitches along this side are going to join as well. And when after that's done, you can come back then and seam the bottom of the sleeves together, pick up stitches around here and work an edging here. Before I show you the 3 needle bind off as well, in terms of the depth of the v-neck here, I've made it a little shallower than the original. I just brought it up, I think, by about 1 inch before it divided. I wouldn't really be inclined to bring it up much further because you're going to run out of space for the decreases for the neck. But there are 2 things you can do if you really don't want if you don't want much of a v-neck. You can make the neck a little narrower, in which case you just have less decreases and you start it up higher. Or probably the easier method would be, when you pick up stitches and start working the edging, just work further for that and maybe work a few decreases in. Now I'm going to go and work my 3 needle bind off. I'm going to put the whole thing inside out because it's all worked with the wrong side out, and then we have so many moving parts here, you have to be fairly careful that you have got the correct sections in front and back. So make sure everything is lining up here. Here we go. And I'm going to go grab the end of another needle from over here, which is kind of interesting. Hang on, this is the end of this one. I want this needle here because this is the actual working needle that I want. So I'm taking the front and the back together. Make sure I've got working yarn because I didn't break the front one. And what we're going to do our 3 needle bind off is you put that 3rd needle, hence the name 3 needle, into the front one, into the back, and you knit those 2 together and slip both of those stitches off. And then you do it again, the needle, 3rd needle into the front, 3rd needle into the back, knit those 2 together, slip those off. Now you lift that 1st stitch over the 2nd one and you've bound off the 1st stitch. And you're just going to keep doing that, knit 2 stitches together and then lift one over. Now it's not very elegant using my finger, but it's kind of the easiest thing because I don't really want to disturb these 2 needles here. So I just go ahead and use my finger. And I'm going to keep working across here until I've got all of this side done, and then I'll use yarn from the other side and I'll work all the way across there. And you'll have both sets of stitches bound off, and you'll have the seam for the top of the shoulder done nice and neatly.